hearings we have tonight. We have 3 of them on the agenda. The first public hearing is public hearing number 1, Village of Evendale zoning map amendment for 13 parcels currently zoned IF2, industrial flex 2, and heavy commercial to the PUDID Innovation District PUD for 22 plus acres. The subject properties are located on the east and west side of Spartan Drive, south of Glendale Milford Road, parcels 611-0050-0103, 611-0050, and 0092-00, 61-0050-0147, 00, and 6150-009100, 611-0050-008990, 61005-0120, 61005-001500, 61050-011600, 611-0050-011700, 61005-011800, 611-0058-005, 018-00, and 61005-00850. And finally, we have 611-005-0010200.
That's a workout.
Okay. All right, public hearing. Anybody here to want to talk about the public hearing on this subject? Can I have a motion to,
I'll move to close that public hearing. Second.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
okay, the second public hearing is public hearing number 2, Village of Evendale addendum to the Aero Hub South preliminary and final development plan phase 2. Is there anyone who wishes to testify about that particular ordinance or public hearing? May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
It's closed. Third public hearing is Village of Evendale zoning text amendment to the Village of Evendale Innovation District PUD. That is open. Is there anyone who wishes to testify about this public hearing on this subject? Now I'll take a motion to close public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
We'll now begin the council meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk will take the roll.
Mr. Sextro?
Here.
Ms. McDaniel? Here. Mr. Putoff?
Here.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Here.
Mr. Patterson?
Here.
Mr. Burke?
Here.
The minutes of the previous meeting of the Evendale Council have been distributed. Are there any additions, corrections, or changes? May I have a motion to accept the minutes as printed?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll move to the committee reports, and we'll go to finance.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Finance update, Ms. Karachi reported the tax receipts for July 2024. We're at 1.464, which is down by 135,000 from July receipts in 2023. However, year-to-date, the receipts are $12,822,000, are still up by 1.8 million from the year receipts in 2023. Total receipts in July were $1,762,000, and expenditures $1,682,000, resulting in a net of $80,000. Year-to-date, total receipts exceed expenditures by $4,132,000. Ordinance, we'll be hitting those shortly. And Gorman Heritage Farm update, went through the report, which is attached. Executive Director Nicole Gunnerman will be missed. They had a nice reception for her, and things are moving forward, getting ready for row by row, and some other, the Sunflower Festival as well. Recreation, 4th of July was a success, as we talked about. 285 participants for the Conquer the Hill, raised $15,000. Soft launch on the fitness center, online fitness program is looking really good. VOE Eagles swim team championships, where they won the championships once again, and pool furniture has been replaced in old furniture, heading to an auction block after the winter. So August 31st, Hawksworth blood drive is scheduled, and staffing changes, special events supported, an interview in process, or in the process. Adult programming coordinator, and has been approached by ARP for a space in a provided tax preparation on Fridays, and we have declined to do that. Just the amount of time and effort it would take to run that program. Service engineering, catch basin replacements are taking place in the village of Evendale, making progress on repairs of the bell tower, and groundbreaking was a success earlier this week for the new building, and resurface program starting in a few weeks, which includes the resurfacing of Kingsport. Gorman Heritage Farm project nature work grant has begun. Concept plans for the metro are underway, and review of a late 25-26 project. Spartan Drive building will close on, actually, I think this Thursday. Yep. And Duke Transformer Station on Kingsport will be rebuilt. And Park Hills entry sign will be replaced sometime in October, and the intersection will be closed up to 2 weeks. So prepare accordingly. Mr. Jeffries and Mayor Finan attended the Tri-State Trails preliminary routing meeting, and it's going to be a long process to say the least. So that's all I have, Mayor.
I also, in that vein, would indicate we have a letter from the Chief Auditor of the State of Ohio. He says there is not any findings, management letter comments, or verbal comments about the audit. I can let council know that there will not be any issues noted in the draft audit report, and the audit opinion will be completely clean. Yay, team.
Very nice.
Cynthia, would you like to stand up and take a bow?
Yes, she should, because she, I think this is the first, or the last, or the next clean audit we've had since Ms. Karachi has been the chief fiscal officer of the village of Evendale. So she,
And she also spearheaded everybody, both all employees and council members, as well as part-time employees, spearheading, making sure they went through watching the fraud video.
yes, they did. Yes, they did. So we thank you. We thank you. Okay, next is police and fire.
Okay, I'm going to start with fire. Chief noted that all the AEDs are now operational, so we reached that point. And the overhead bay doors project is finally complete. So, and the Medi-Cal contract has been signed off on. So there was that. We also had a reception for Captain Graham, who retired. I was not able to attend, but assumed that went very well, and we thank him again for his service. And also, the chief had forwarded us an article that had to do with the air quality of ice rinks, in which he was interviewed for that article, and I'm sure all of you remember that was probably the liveliest public hearing we've ever had here in Evendale. But I just wanted to point out and thank the fire department for being ahead of the curve on that, as far as it relates to communities and organizations across the country, of identifying a problem, bringing it to us to try to solve it, and we had passed legislation to deal with that, to have air quality tested, so thank you for that. Also, in the police, switching now to police, things are going well in the police department. The thing that I would note is that the chief has started including in his report a featured case of the month. I'm not going to go into that, but I would suggest everybody take a look at those. That was interesting discussion and good information for us. Building, planning, and zoning. Let me first start with code enforcement. There were 10 new residential code enforcement violations issued for the month of July. A lot had to deal with tall grass, and a few had to deal with recreation vehicles and boats that were parked on property longer than is permitted. So just as a reminder to homeowners who have such vehicles, that you're only permitted to park your RV or boat in your driveway for up to 48 hours in a single week. Okay. The department continues to work with 5 businesses to resolve some commercial violations. I'm not going to go into the details here, but they're in various stages of working through that. The building department is working with 1 new business who potentially wants to build on a vacant lot, as well as an expansion of an existing Evendale business. As more of that information is able to be made public, we will get further details on that. And then in the area of building permits, the building department received 22 new permit applications, issued 17 permits with an estimated construction cost of $338,163. And then moving on to cultural arts, the July art venture was canceled due to too many participants being ill. The big art party was successful, and there were over 300 attendees for that. And the call to artists has gone out for the photography exhibit. The deadline for submissions is September 6th. If you need more details, we'll refer you to the cultural arts website. And I think that's it.
Might add our cultural arts director's husband has been very ill and hospitalized, but he's coming along fine, and she says he should be back on his feet shortly, but that's the reason she is not here tonight.
Mayor, can I add one more thing?
Sure.
To announce On the recreational side, the Halloween Fest is Saturday, October 19th from 6 to 9.
If
So
you
mark
mi-
your calendars, and it's a great event.
If you miss that, you miss a great event in the village of Evendale. Yes, sir.
Noticed a couple nights ago, a big, I guess it was a water main break on Glen Mumford Road. How will that affect the work that's going to be done at Park Hills at the entrance? Are you aware of that? When I went through, it was mounted up like this. The police were sitting, I think, which one? I'm trying to think who was sitting up there, but they were sitting blocking it. It was, the surface was mounded up. And the next morning it was flat, but there's water coming out of it right now. So I don't know if we're not aware of it or.
It's heading west in the turn lane onto Park Hills.
Yes.
Is where it is.
It's right at the entrance of Park Hills.
Our village engineer is missing tonight as he's in Florida on vacation, so
All right, well, just,
probably tell us exactly what happened,
okay.
exactly what happened. Any addition, corrections, or changes? Okay, if not, that report will be accepted. A couple of things I've got on my list. The marijuana will be on the agenda tonight for later in the evening. The town meeting is coming along fine. I discussed that with our clerk this afternoon. Queen City Sports, they'll be back in the end of this month. Ray Harris and with his exciting project to explain to council and to the people here what's going to go into it. That's all I have. Anything else? Okay, then let's go to the ordinance we have on the agenda tonight. The first ordinance is ordinance 24-35. And I need a motion to read it by title only.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the payment of amounts due and upon certification of contracts requiring certification of the availability of funds and declaring it as an emergency. This is our then and now ordinance. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson? Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-35 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-36. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson? Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
An ordinance amending certain sections of Chapter 1242 and 1256 of the Evendale zoning code to clarify the laboratories, products, and research and development centers definition, and to add regulations to facilitate the incorporation of the Phase 2 into Arrow Hub South PUD and declaring it as an emergency. May I have a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance?
So moved.
Second?
Mayor, hold on just for a second. On ordinance 24, 36, 37, and 38, these all relate to the rezoning of Spartan Drive. And at council, generally, we hold these for a minimum of one time and let this make sure that people who are outside looking in have a chance to respond to it and get some folks here to give their last chance to respond to it.
Okay. Want to hold it then, it'll be the first reading then tonight.
The first reading tonight on all three of those.
Agree.
And we'll-
But having said that, we've got some folks who may want to put in there, Peter, you're Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. All right, then we'll go to ordinance 24-36, and I need a motion to read it by title. Nope, no, that one we did.
Mayor, we can still do the reading
Okay.
of the
First
ordinance.
reading,
and-
yeah. Of each one, so we did,
He did the first one.
We did that one.
Yeah.
We did 24-36.
yes.
Yes.
Now we're at 24-37, and we need a motion to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
An ordinance amending the official zoning map of the village of Evendale to change parts of the HC Heavy Commercial and IF2 Industrial Flex 2 zoning district to a PUD ID, Innovation Center District PUD zoning, and designation on certain property and declarations of an emergency. And that will constitute the first reading of the ordinance. Next, we have ordinance 24-38, and I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Ordinance amending the Arrow Hub South preliminary and final development plan, and to add an addendum concerning the Phase 2 and declaring it as an emergency. That will constitute the first reading of the ordinance. Next, we have ordinance 24-39. I need permission to read it by title only.
So move.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
An ordinance approving an additional appropriation in the general fund and a transfer from the general fund to the capital fund, and approving an additional appropriation to the capital fund and declaring it as an emergency. This is the, for the parcel that's going to close on Thursday, I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-39 adopted as an emergency. Next is, and by the way, there was a lot of work put into that by a lot of different people, including Mark, who's out in the hallway talking to some people, but if you see the number of emails that have gone back and forth on this project, you'd think we were selling the Crew Tower or something. Now, next we have ordinance 24-40, and I'd like permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
An ordinance approving the transfer of the contingency fund of the Administration Department and declaring it as an emergency. This is to pay for the dinner that we're having for the town meeting this fall. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So move.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke. Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
And I am a yes.
You did go fast.
Didn't
huh?
respond fast enough, I know.
Now, I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
Now I declare ordinance 24-40 adopted as an emergency. Going to be one fine dinner. We're anticipating 400 people, so going to be a nice evening. Now we have ordinance 24-41. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes. Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
An ordinance approving a transfer from the contingency fund to the building department and declaring it as an emergency. This is for the repair of the roof at the Gorman Heritage Farm. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes. Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes. Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-41 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-42. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes. Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
An ordinance approving the transfer within the fire department and declaring it as an emergency. This is to transfer money out of the tuition reimbursement program into the training program of the fire department. May I have a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance?
Is it training or travel? Sorry.
It's travel and mileage used for training.
Yeah, there you have ample money in one and not enough in the other.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
McDaniel. Yes. Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
Now I now declare ordinance 24-42 adopted as an emergency. Next is ordinance 24-43. I'd like to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the creation of the opioid settlement fund and declaring it as an emergency. As I understand it, this is a major settlement that applies to the entire state of Ohio. We have a chance to join in the settlement. I believe we will get $30,000 roughly. But 18 years, 18 or 20 years, we're going to get that money. So
But it's restricted what we can.
Yeah, what can that
it
be
is
used for?
very restricted what we can do with it, but we'll find something. Narcan alone keeps going up in price. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes. Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke.
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson.
Yes.
Mr. Sextro.
Yes.
Mr. Putoff.
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel. Yes.
Now a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-43 adopted as an emergency. Next is ordinance 24-44. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ordinance prohibiting marijuana cultivation and dispensaries regardless of licensure under Ohio Revised Code Section, Chapter 3796 and 3780, and declaring it as an emergency. If you remember, we did this on medical marijuana. This will, I think that had a date that was going to expire. Am I correct, Kathy?
We had a moratorium for recreational marijuana that would expire at the end of this year. We had a prohibition on just medical marijuana that is otherwise in the code, and we're just expanding that. Rather than lifting the moratorium or letting it expire, that'll just remain, and we'll add this prohibition in the code.
And this will
That will
add,
take effect
add
immediately.
recreational.
Yes.
Okay. Got it?
Is this updated annually, or this will be
Please.
ongoing?
This is a permanent prohibition until you
Permanent
amend it again.
prohibition.
Yeah.
Need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff? Ms.
Yes.
Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now I need the motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-44 adopted as an emergency. There is nothing further on the agenda this evening.
We
Is
do.
Please.
We have the one more. We have, I think I just forgot to put it on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the,
It's the gas aggregation.
Well, you also have the holiday.
Oh, 45, 46, and
There's
47.
three more, right?
Oh. Oh, we got a bunch more.
maybe it's your eyes.
Okay. This is ordinance 24-45. And I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
An ordinance amending certain sections of Chapter 258 of the codified ordinances of the Village of Evendale, clarifying and defining village holiday leave credits and pay for certain village personnel, and declaring it as an emergency. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-45 adopted as an emergency. Next, we have ordinance 24-46. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke? Ms.
Yes.
Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an updated contract for Kathleen F. Ryan for the provision of legal services and declaring it as an emergency. I need a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance.
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson? Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-46 adopted as an emergency. You're hired. Now we have ordinance 24-47. I need permission to read it by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a natural gas aggregation agreement with AEP Energy as recommended by the Energy Alliance, Inc., and declaring it as an emergency. As I understand this from David Elmer, our aggregator has been able to find a source of gas that is lower than the payment that we pay to Duke as a backup for the energy supply. And so therefore, David Elmer is recommending that we do this, and it's a pretty significant amount as it is. May I have a motion to suspend the second and third reading of the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Mr. Burke? Ms.
Yes.
Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance as an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes.
I now declare ordinance 24-47 adopted as an emergency. Go into executive session? Can I have a motion to go into executive session to consider the purchase of property, both real and personal, tangible and intangible, or to consider the sale of property, either real or personal, by competitive bid, if disclosure of the information would give a competitive advantage to the other side, by division G2 of section 121-22 of the revised code. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
Mr. Sextro?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yes. Mr. Putoff?
Yes.
Ms. Smiley Robertson?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
We will go into executive session.